Okay, and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time, Terra Invicta in our resistance run.
Ready to go.
We've got ships going to Neptune, the gridded Neptune system. So if everything goes well, we may end up in control of the Neptune system within the next hour.
Turning up the heat.
Even before that, we'll end up
Where
in control
to?
of Myanmar.
We're taking power.
Okay, so needless to say, we've got a little bit of a stability issue in
We'll
Panasian
make
Combine
things safe.
after merging people into it. Let's get
Restoring
Panasian Combine
order.
restabilized in preparation for more merging in the near future. We're not quite there on the Federation. Vietnam's going to be next, right? 24th of April, so the month after April, we'll have another merger over there. You're allied with India, which is the important one. So we're going to merge you into India. The cooldown on that is done, so we're waiting for the 85 days.
Offering support.
Oh, I just noticed that getting the 30 ships in just dropped the income by quite a bit. They're not cheap ships. Oh, and at this point, I'm actually at the point where I don't actually have any tech that I care about. That slot. So yeah, that's what we're going to run. Management research, supercar liner. I'll turn the supercar liner up a little bit. And get it done as well. Oh, do I have to select something to put in the slot? I don't have to give it any science, but I can put something in the slots, but it's telling me. Maybe. Yeah, sure. We'll put you in the slot, and yeah, no science goes to audience research, please. There we go. That's actually what we really want to research. Although I'd have to build the infrastructure to get the antimatter to work that system, but maybe we'll do that. Probably won't, but maybe we will.
Violence is abating.
I think we're close enough to the end where we're just better off making the goes really fast chip with the inertial confinement drive.
Targets got away.
Ooh, we actually failed in 87. Well, repeat and continue. I think that's a purge going on mine, so we'll have to back to Rabbit Point. Even if our purge succeeds.
Our associates were unable to take control.
Fair enough. The first one didn't succeed, so the second one not succeeding. The second one's almost like guaranteed to succeed, the first one succeeds, but not so the other way around. Bradley Station has its ring core complete. But it still needs the command centers, yeah.
Standing by for orders.
That reminds me, I hadn't been spending any of my skill points. So you can grab science. Only one more point to go before he's maxed everything out. This is the advisor, so you're just going to grab persuasion. There's a little bit more control point cap. You're going to grab 5 science and just be done with increasing your skills. And then we'll probably save it for phosphorus, because why not? You're almost there. You probably want to grab investigate more. And 25 is across the board against, except again for science, so raise that science. One point short from having 25 across the board. And you're my most recent counselor, so it's maybe not surprising that your skills are not the best. There we go.
Lending my expertise.
There's the space works at low aerial orbit, so we're at a place. I don't have enough power. Ah, we finished before the power plants finished. The power plants won't be up until the 30th of August. Okay, we'll just have to wait until the power plants are in. But yeah, once that's done, we can in theory build 10 new ships there. Lanta now a core economic region. Okay. More GDP growth potential for the US of A. Well, the US of NA at this point. United States of North America.
Order is returning.
With that, we
Things
basically
are
finished
cooling
stabilizing the Pan-Asian coal mine.
Public opinion
At least
is
until we
moving
try
in
throwing
our
more
direction.
democratic countries into it.
The control is vulnerable now.
Did succeed in doing the crackdown. Although we'll have to purge and crack down the first point again. Terrorist bombing. A series of bombs have ripped through the Munich region. Casualties numbers in the dozens. Tearful families, furious officials are demanding to know how this could have happened. Manifesto printed online anonymously, criticizing the European government's stance on the alien invasion. A day of national tragedy. Launch a nationwide manhunt for the ones responsible. Use the bombing as a pretext to crack down on our opponents. If we were extremists, from this example to be followed. No, nationwide. And yeah, nationwide was successful. European justice system will deal with them.
We've removed some threats.
Oop. And we lost one of the other points, so we're going to be going around in circles there for a little bit. Okay, so crackdown. Yeah, we'll pay just to make it successful,
Targeting their key people.
and then you can
I'm
follow that up
here.
with a purge. But purge is apparently much
Terminating
more
the
likely to be
opposition.
successful.
Standing by. Where to?
And you can crack down on the other point. Go ahead and invest enough to make that pretty likely.
Applying pressure on their people. Where to?
Can you do a purge? You can do a purge. So we can actually just take both. We just come in hot and heavy and just be like, yeah, no. Myanmar
Targeting the
is a
opposition.
member of the resistance.
At service.
Policies, not yet. July for there. It's April right for here. April. Whoa, so next month. Next month there. It's gonna be even longer there. I think it's even longer there. Oh, well, we're waiting for the 26 days, so that's actually next month. Next month there, next month there, okay. And what's our unrest looking like? Oh, the EU is getting a little out of control again, so I need to put people to stabilize the EU.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Confirm assignments, let some time pass.
Offering counsel.
Protho parking orbit, so we are now at Neptune. So it's platform time. Set the first platform up. I just got the achievement for colonizing Neptune and colonizing all the major planets. So point defense array and a space dock, please. And as soon as that's done, we'll be able to do refueling, and probably by the time that's done, all the arriving fleets will be able to refuel one after another, and then the campaign to end alien dominance of Neptune shall end.
Things are stabilizing. Crackdown complete.
We have a successful crackdown, humanity first in Myanmar. Blah. Myanmar. See if we can pronounce Myanmar right.
We have hit them very hard.
And we cracked down both points, so the purges should go in successfully. Nano factory is done, which of course we actually want to really be a nano factory and complex. So immediately queue that up as an upgrade. You've completed your transfer. The second one has arrived.
We are in control now.
Apparently we're in control of another point. Another
Our
location.
associates are now in charge.
I'll make that the entire rest of the country. Fund subsidies. Well, this is expensive. Just to keep up the relations. Okay. So one of you, he probably wants to defend interests Myanmar.
Making things safe for our people.
Another one.
Where do you need me?
wants to set national policy in Pan-Asian
On my
Combine.
way to the capital.
Another one wants to set
Where
national
do you
policy in India.
Time to make our move.
And
Your
then
orders?
the third one of you is going to go try to help stabilize the EU. Because I
Restoring
feel like there's
order.
some outside context problems going on in the EU, raising our unrest level there.
Securing our control.
I will help them.
Send a sternly worded letter. Because that works, of course. And they have also arrived. I have 3 fleets here. Of course, all 3 fleets are waiting for something. That is the ability to refuel. That's coming. I even have a 4th fleet on the way over. Ah, yes, the space dock is in. You're technically not at the space station. Please get to the space station. And you're not at the space station. Please get to the space station. And then you were at the space station, so please begin refueling.
Violence is abating. Order is returning.
Garibaldi. Yes, begin upgrading Garibaldi Station. Completed resupply and is ready for orders. Okay. So your next task is to arrive at the next alien resistance point and begin making it less resisting. Do we need to go that fast? No. Do I need my fuel? It's just water. The answer is no. So as these refuel, we're just going to send them off and just start destroying all resistance in the system. More space. Apparently I have more mine. Well, I said more mine limit. I have exactly the mine limit. I have exactly the mine limit that we have mines. That may change if we get the next one, but.
Policy direction complete.
Policy direction complete. Unify Vietnam, please. Now that one was less democratic, so they didn't really complain as much being added into the totalitarian Pan-Asian Combine. Resupplied. So once more, we've got another one ready to fly. So we already had one going near it. So I think this is the one to go to Triton. You're going to arrive in just under 2 weeks. And the third one will stay back and keep the refueling place intact, at least until the 4th fleet arrives. You've arrived. There isn't a orbital here, so just begin bombardment. And it's a bombardment run because the place is gone. So yep, no more bombarding because we've driven them off that system. So on to the next one, arriving in 3 days. Has arrived at the parking orbit. In this case, there is in fact a fortress orbital. So we will engage that first. Wait. It has no defensive firepower. Yeah, that's gonna be an easy cleanup task. Can't return fire, so it's gonna have a bad day. Okay, so we federated you. You are unifiable the month after July. Yeah, I need a third one to accelerate the stabilizing of EU.
We'll make things safe.
Ready for my mission.
In the meantime, Cambodia. Next is Cambodia. They're probably gonna put up a defense.
Of power.
Standing
So
by for orders.
gonna invest a little bit in the back
We
down
are
the purge.
taking power.
As our counselor there says, we are taking power. Confirm assignments, move forward. Alien base destroyed. Okay, so you have high-level bombardment duties. And is there a orbital base at your location? There is. This one will probably actually have the capacity to defend itself. First actual space battle of the part of the episode. High wall. This place can probably actually return fire and be somewhat threatening, so we're not going to come in particularly fast. Because the most modern improvements in our warships is not their survivability. Instead, it's their ability to go wherever they want to in the solar system. They do that really well. Going across the 1,000-kilometer range, and that gunship's gonna have a bad day. It's that one, I think, that's first. No, wait, the one above that. So the enemy kinetics will get to open up first. Plasma as well. Although, I think the plasma's the only thing that's really going to open up. And then our lasers are going to open up and very rapidly start to cut things apart. Yeah, there's the plasma opening up. And as can be seen, the plasma from a system level damage does hurt. That station's been rendered basically low, as it only has one station left to return fire, which won't be enough. Goodbye, station. And destroy the hab. Hab destroyed. High level bombardment. There are lots of bases here, so there is the chance that we may take some significant damage from return fire from the planet. The other ship how much fuel does it take for you to get to... Okay, you can get here in 24 hours. Come over here and start bombarding different targets. High level bombardment. We're already having someone bombard that one, so bombard the next one. So it's a bombardment run because it's gone.
Offering assistance.
And just like that, the aliens' resistance in Neptune be laid down.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
Things are stabilizing.
Bombardment ends. Bombardment ends. And with that, There's only 3 Tier 3 stations left under alien control that we need to care about. We have driven the aliens from the Neptune planetary system. To be fair, from my perspective, as someone who hasn't done it before, surprisingly quickly. Go to Garibaldi Station to repair and refuel.
Crackdown complete.
Wet bulb disaster. Do you can to mitigate it? Send aid. Garibaldi has its core upgraded, so proceed to upgrade the core again. We'll begin repairs. Nice. And to be fair, we have a 4th fleet. In fact, it was the first fleet we shipped to Brothos. That will arrive sometime in May of next year. This fleet is going to stay there at that point because it's obviously not going to make it to the next destination in any reasonable amount of time.
We are in control now.
We've taken a point in Cambodia. You have completed your repairs and stand ready for orders. And you know what? I actually have orders. So that is the final destination, which means we're not going there first, I think. Unless that is where everything else is left. Close the gate. Kanai Mare Waywot. Can you go to Kanai Mare Waywot? That's not that system. Oh. Is that system? Is this the moon of Quainar? I think this is the moon of Quainar. Take me to Quainar. Is Quainar binary? Quainar has a moon. Okay, so it's the moon. So our next location is basically the end of alien resistance. We're being sent out there. If we're going to continue to destroy bases that matter. Oops, sorry for the mic mute there. Mic bump there. So we got 2 going to Draelos orbit. Draelos orbit. So it's Draelos. Setapos? Parking orbit. And look where. So those are defending the place. Those are coming to Draelos. We got 1 at Sepitos. Sepitos sounds like Jupiter. Do we have someone just sitting out in Jupiter? We do. Oh, and 1038 has arrived. So 1038 is low on fuel. Is if memory serves is what's going on there. Of course, Tether 8 could set up the refueling station there if they were desperate. There's a big fleet in your orbit. Maybe you should, you know, engage that fleet. Okay, so they're gonna run away from us. That's fair enough. You fly over to Sebatos. I did not realize the aliens had actually come and landed behind us in effect. Save some fuel in case they book it. Take like 2 weeks to get there. Okay. So I think for the flight around their main station, we probably want to be reasonably refueled for that. So let's actually not go straight to the destination. Let's actually grab one of the moons nearby. Or one of the objects nearby, because that should be a fairly short burn between those two, all things considered. Because we're looking at something that's like, yeah, it's like a 32-week burn with our fuel reserves. It's a long time. But if we can burn to someplace reasonably close, then we'll have a much shorter burn after we can build a refueling situation, or setup there. So we'll come over to here. About 30 weeks out. I think I can work with that. If I delay a bit, we can keep a bit of fuel on board. For like 2... Yeah, we'll just burn over the 30 weeks. And we keep the other 2 in Neptune. Okay, let's go ahead. This is for refueling, so we're just gonna drop an outpost. I dropped an outpost, not what I actually wanted. It'll work. Mine, space dock. We should probably do space dock. That as well. Fusion platform. This will work just as well, and I know this works. I'm less sure about the planet. 30 days we'll be able to refuel.
Where to?
Okay, crackdown and purge on the next point. Yeah, pay the full
Going
price
after
just to
their
get it.
people.
Ready for orders. Removing our enemies.
Trying to stabilize the EU. Policy-wise, nothing really over there yet. Okay. Firm assignments, let some time move. New alien base. So they're sort of fortifying around the last place we need to go. Fleet launches Romeo 1062. Interesting. So they're trying to intercept us from setting up so close to their place, which kind of makes sense. Happy with the region direction, so we can gain cohesion, lose cohesion, considerable training, education. We'll gain cohesion. We'll make some concessions. Engage. Max bid will force an engagement. We will have the ability to refuel within so many days, so we'll just force this engagement. Oh, and because we forced engagement, we're coming in real fast, real quick, real ready to fight. Okay. Oh, I did not realize I'm going to be moving away from us. Okay, so we're going to have to punch the accelerator a little bit. The ships are having to wildly maneuver to avoid crashing into each other. To be fair, our ships are... When we actually do punch the accelerator on these things, they have quite a bit of speed. I think I might have ditched the alien ships at this point. I might have to actually turn around and come back. Okay. One ship dealt with. Again, plot and intercept. Struggling a little bit with trying to plot and intercept and keep the nose on the target is kind of what's happening here. Okay, I've probably wrecked the fleet enough that if we get auto resolve here, they should just be able to win the rest of the battle. There we go. Apparently I took some damage. It's fine. Okay, can you get back down to our station? Because you're obviously repair refuel at the station a lot faster. Yeah, you might get there before the refueling station is built.
Violence is abating.
Violence is abating.
Order is returning.
Give her them their colors.
Okay, so it looks like we're going to take the executive and then probably promptly lose the non-executive point. Well, that does come down to timing. Their timing goes off on the first point, then we won't get the second one. You've completed your arrival. Yeah, launch the station. I meant to launch you to the station to start with.
We are in control here.
Okay, you've arrived and beginning repairs. We still have a fourth fleet on with the station that will arrive there eventually, 14th of May. In which case that'll allow us to free up the third fleet without having to worry about losing the station. Okay, so that will allow you to refuel and repair. In the meantime, we can federate Thailand, which we can't because we don't control it. We can unify with Laos. So one of you wants to get assigned the national policy, so the unification of Laos happens.
What's the up?
November, so it'll be December when we can unify with you, that one. And then the other one, you want to do defend interests just to protect the executive.
Securing our interests.
And then confirm assignment, move some time. Super Glider is done. And honestly, at that point, that just means we aren't all that interested in using a third slot. Complete repairs, do a quick resupply. So now the question here is, do I go... Oh, no, this is this one. Yes. So you're not going to be able to go straight there. You might be able to make it to Neptune and then jump from Neptune to... Oh no, it's the wrong season for you even to make it Neptune. Okay, you're staying where you are, because Neptune be beyond
Letting
your
my
reach.
expertise.
But yeah, at this point, we just got the last location. 3 bases we need to destroy, and 4 fleets. Draelos orbit, low Draelos orbit, Sky Shield Station. Where is... or where are they going? Draelos. So you're not a station I need to destroy, apparently. But those are fleets I need to destroy, so I need to go there. Yeah, it's not the Neptune system, because we've cleared the Neptune system. Draelos. Oh. Diomedes. I've got a fleet in Diomedes. Can the Diomedes fleet go to Draelos? Let's wait for that one. I think the Diomedes fleet is probably undergoing repairs. That's potentially a different problem that might delay that. Or is... oh, I've already got a fleet going there. We can get there faster. This is one of the older fleets, so it's not burning all the fuel. Yeah, so the Draelos stations don't matter, but the Draelos fleets matter. Specifically, that one matters, and the rest are on the way there. We can get there in 13 weeks, apparently, from Neptune, which... yeah, that's going to be faster than May, so we'll burn out there. We'll send one fleet over there. Hopefully it doesn't get
Making things
too
safe for
wrecked.
our people.
Romeo 1038 has completed repairs at Haley Station and is ready for orders. That was parking room. Yeah, so you could also, in theory, try to make the run out to Raylo. Oh no, you can't just make it. Yeah, you don't even know that. Okay. So some of our fleets have arrived at their final destination.
Things are stabilizing.
Things are stabilizing.
Things are cooling off.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish the game in this stream, because we're coming up on the end of the part here. Federate, but not, we're not actually going to that Federate. Unification. Let's confirm. Take me there. The Pan-Asian Combine grows. Apparently Laos was rich enough that I actually raised the average GDPC. Of course, it drags down the cohesion, raises the inequality, actually improved the inequality, and the education. So Laos was just a good place to be at it, apparently. Romeo 1117 is repaired, ready for action, and they will be, to be fair, sent to action when the arguably obsolete fleet arrives in May. So in May, they will be relieved to go forth. Do I have the template already? No. I can get the template quick enough, so let's go grab that template. The best place to find the thing I'm thinking of is go to Uranus, low area orbit. This is the station we wanted to duplicate. And save hab template. Go to Neptune, go to Garibaldi, and apply. Even go so far as to overwrite. Gold space works. Yeah, there you go. Now the bigness of what I just did is obviously until it's built, we have no capacity to refuel, but we're not going anywhere. Yeah, we lost that Cambodia point. I was a little worried that was... worried is maybe the wrong way to say it. I was expecting that. There was no concern. There was no worry. It was suspicion. Apparently, truthful suspicion. Okay, and I think this is probably a good place to put the part break in. We've got a fleet going to one of the closer bodies to the aliens' home base to serve as a refueling spot, so we can not basically have to hot drop on the aliens with no Delta V, to be quick. And then from there, we can first attack the aliens' moon, and then descend on the dwarf planet, and start destroying our way through all alien resistance. That does probably mean we are close enough to the end that it is time to build the Gotta Go Fast ship. It's only going to take 20 days to build, but we'll start building it. We'll put it in the queue so we remember that it exists. And then objective-wise, we are quite successful. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Ceres, Vesta Pallas, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune have all been cleared. It is but the last hurdles we must overrun. There are 2 of the 4 remaining alien fleets are on their way to Drelos. We have a fleet going there to meet them. One of the 3 fleets is actually attempting to meet us on the way to where we want to set up a refueling station. And in fact, it is the scariest of the remaining alien fleets doth seek battle with us. So the next stream will probably make or break all alien resistance. Because when that intercept happens, either we win, and they have no serious fleets left. Because 4,000 is... We've been handling 70,000 fleets. 4,000 is not going to be an issue. 21,000 might be. And it comes down to, is that a small number of really scary ships, or is it just a massive swarm? If it's just a massive swarm, we'll probably be able to cut it down like every other fleet. But yeah, with those 3 fleets dealt with, there'll be one last fleet guarding the alien station Able. And with the alien station Able destroyed and seized, there will be a couple fortresses, and then it will be time for the Go Very Fast ship. So we are definitely going well towards victory here. On Earth, we control, let's say, a few fairly rapidly growing nations. The United States of North America is, at this point, stable. Fundamentally stable. We're not quite utopian. Utopian would I think it's around about 80,000 GDPC, where the population growth benefit from high standard of living actually compensates for your education in pop growth. So we're not at the point where population in the United States is growing, but we're going that way. We got a pretty happy Japan, also fundamentally stable at this point. The authoritarian nations, because they're authoritarian, are fundamentally stable. Although, actually, China here is having a little bit of a problem. We may... I think it's time to back off on the boost and raise the welfare to stabilize it a bit. How to describe this? We probably want this high enough that when we move off of autocracy, it stays at 5, so... If it's only at 6.3 with the 5.3 autocracy bonus, it probably means the inequality is getting a bit high. We'll work on that. But yeah, that's reasonably stable. India's reasonably stable. The EU is finally getting stable, or was finally stable, and then people started to pick and poke at it. And those are the nations we control. And we are slowly trying to grow them. We're trying to grow India, trying to grow Pan-Asian Combine. That's probably the Pan-Asian Combine is actually going to be a little unstable, because we've been growing it the most. And we're trying to basically slowly build mega nations to prevent an alien nation from popping up again. Although at this point the aliens are so far on the back foot, I would not be surprised if they're just not interested in it anymore. And that's the plan. So the run is going well. Relations are probably at this point, yeah, relations have soured with everyone because I'm expanding and I'm not paying attention to who controls what. It's all for the resistance. Global climate change. Year over year, it's about neutral. Atmospheric methane is declining, but really, atmospheric methane's in the safe region. Atmospheric nitrous oxide is not going up. There is a very slight decrease in atmospheric carbon, so the temperature anomaly is high. We'd like it to be better. It's not getting better anytime soon, but it's not getting worse. We've managed to keep it from getting worse. Global public support for the resistance is growing, although this is probably because more and more of the country, more and more of the world is us. Not necessarily because public support in places that are not us is growing. And then from a fleet power perspective, we can see that we've got 52,000, almost 53,000 fleet power. And the aliens, who are presumably in decline, yeah, the aliens are officially weaker than this, with 41,000, almost 42,000, well, not even almost 42,000, 41 and like a quarter thousand. And their largest fleet is about to seek battle with our fleet. And even if that hurts us, right? Even if that hurts us, that's most is going to destroy 50,000 fleet, or 5,000 fleet power fleet. We'll probably take more fleet power with us than we lose. And I don't think that is a situation the aliens at this point can handle. So, decent possibility that the next stream will be the last. For I feel the aliens are beginning to lose steam. And our new fleets have the ability to go the distance in record times. And at this point, yeah, at this point we can just say, new fleet, yoink them, or yeet them out to the edge of the solar system, and the aliens aren't really equipped to handle that attritional rate. Especially because we've been taking their mines offline. They've got fewer and fewer and fewer mines. At this point, At this point, where are the aliens? Right, so aliens, all locations. So the aliens have not including the bases. So we've only got 3 more bases we have to destroy. But the aliens are only in 9 places. We've got to destroy 1/3 of the remaining alien bases at this point. But the aliens are down to 9 places. We are flying on one of them. We've got a person that if they succeed at their journey and succeed at the intercept battle, will attempt to set up a base well positioned for us to do the attack from. And some of these bases, like that's a new base. That's got nothing in it. It's not doing anything. That base is up and running, but this base is, other than it's got a mine. Okay, it's got a mine. It's mostly battle stations. Like that's Alien Citadel, right? So that's not really providing them any resources. So that's got a mine. That's a shipyard. That's a closer shipyard. Mine. So they got some mining. What, the alien surface bases? So they've only got 4 mines. 1, 2, 3, 4 mines. They're trying. Oh no, 5 mines. 1, 2, 3. How can I sort this out? This is the evidence. Okay. So you are mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 4. 5 of their bases are actually producing them resources. So we're definitely pushing towards the point where soon the aliens might not have resources to replace their losses. I don't think they have the resources to replace the losses at the rate they're taking, which is why we're pushing inward. So that's the state at the end of the stream. The end of the next stream may very well likely be the end of the aliens and the end of the run. So if you're watching on YouTube, if everything has gone according to plan, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, let me bring up the stream schedule. And I suppose if you're on Twitch, you can check the stream schedule. I'm gonna read it verbally for people who are watching, because I think the ad's about to drop, but I'll read it verbally anyway. So tomorrow will be Farthest Frontier. We're possibly going to finish up the settlement. We'll see how far we can get along. I want to go to at least tier 5 houses and possibly build a wonder. Saturday we'll be finishing up the Free Coal run and probably starting the Shadow Empire run. If you haven't voted in the poll, go vote in the poll. I think right now it's a dead heat between like 3 different possibilities. So you may be the tie-breaking vote if you go and vote. If you're watching on YouTube, sorry, it's probably in your past at this point, because by the time this goes live, it should be after that poll ended. Humankind will be on Sunday. We'll be starting up a new run on Humankind, turning up the difficulty. And then Monday, we will be returning with Terra Invicta, possibly for the last time in this run, because I can definitely see us finishing up the run in that part. Twitch chat's asking me Farthest Frontier, then Free Call. That's what I've got on the schedule, unless I misread the schedule. Did I flip those around? I don't think I flipped those around. I think it's Farthest Frontier tomorrow, and then Free Call on Saturday. So Friday's Farthest Frontier. So tomorrow, well, say tomorrow. Later today, I'm gonna go to sleep and then wake up. It's gonna be the night. And then Free Call. Unless I flipped those accidentally, but I don't think I did. But yeah, so that's the upcoming schedule. If you got any comments or want to see any of the stats in the game, feel free to let me know. If you're watching on Twitch, this is probably your... Oh no, Twitch is confirming, yeah. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to see any of the stats in the game, feel free to let me know. If you're watching on YouTube later and you want to see any of the stats, let me know. I'm going to make a save as soon as we end the stream here, or end the recording here, so I can always bring this back up and load the save up and go look at those stats for you. And with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.